Earlier in this chapter, we ran a search for the topic of common law marriage in Kentucky and came back with an extremely large number of cases. However, we could use filters to narrow that search in to a fewer number of search results that are actually relevant to our topic. Filters can be applied before or after a search on many platforms. If we wanted to investigate the topic of common law marriage in Kentucky on Westlaw Edge, we could specify the jurisdiction before searching by clicking this All State and Federal option in the search bar. We'll get a pop-up here, and we'll go ahead and select Kentucky and deselect all federal and hit save. Now keep in mind that once you change this filter, it's often what we call sticky. That means the search bar will usually remember what filter you used last and default to it. So if you run a search later on and you're coming up with authorities in a different jurisdiction than you had intended, check your jurisdiction filter to see what it is set to. In this case, we've set it to the correct jurisdiction, so we'll go ahead and run our search. And instead of the thousands of cases that we saw earlier, we now have 573. Still too many, but we can use filters to further hone in on a smaller number of search results. Now, if we click the filter for a particular type of authority, we'll look at cases here, we will then be presented with additional filter options. The filter options will vary depending on the type of authority that you are looking at because each type of authority has different characteristics. For example, a case is written by a judge, and so Westlaw Edge has assigned the relevant descriptive information to case documents so that we can use it to sort them. We call that descriptive information metadata. Statutes, on the other hand, would not have that filter available to sort by because they are written by legislatures, not judges. Now you can see other types of filters that will allow us to further limit our search results. We could use jurisdiction to further narrow to specific courts within Kentucky. Notice that we have this little plus sign here. When you see a plus sign, that usually means if you click on it, you will get additional options. And so here, that plus sign gave us specific courts within Kentucky, so we could select the Kentucky Supreme Court. Alternatively, if we hadn't specified jurisdiction up here in the search bar, we could have done it after our search using this same filter. There are also filters to limit by date as well as other types of information. If we click on the date filter, we can see some predetermined sets of time. We can also use our own specifications with these all dates before, after, or a date range. We'll go ahead and select last 3 years. And now that we've selected our filters, it will allow us to select and apply multiple filters by default. We'll hit apply, and now we will see our new limited search results list of only 6 cases.